Okay, everyone, it's late, but I wanted to address the Derrick Jaxn videos that are going around. I definitely have listened to this guy over the last couple of years because he made some very valid points. And because a woman needs a man's perspective sometimes. Yeah, I definitely listened to some things. And what I have to say about the video that he and his wife made may be very different from most people's videos. I am a married woman and have been married for almost 30 years. So when you are married, there's a different perspective that you look at. And just as a woman, so I've heard lots of guys and women say that he's on bullshit, counsel him, just things of that nature. I don't agree with the counsel culture. As a matter of fact, I don't think that one thing that somebody does should negate every other good thing or everything that they've done. That's almost like saying that you fail one time and you need to stay there because you failed this time. That is just ridiculous to me. But in any case, so for many years, this man has been giving relationship advice or his opinion on what he feels like is BS. And just consider this, since he has been given advice on what's BS in relationships, ladies, think about this. Who better to give the BS than somebody that was on the BS? Think about it. That's how he could give that advice because he knew it. He was doing it. He was living it. So, yeah, I think he gave good advice. I think when he said that the guys were on BS, and that they need to be held accountable, his videos were very, very incriminating. Okay. Um, so one video he says that the third person is the person that um, was the innocent victim, and they're the ones that were really hurt when he was talking about Jada Pinkett. Um, so the ladies that he brought into the situation were the innocent victims that were hurt. I mean, he incriminates himself by his own admission. So, yeah, I think that the information he gave over the years was good information. We don't need to negate the information that he gave because he messed up. No, and he was messing up. It was good information. It was good information then, and it's good information now. It's good information. Now, some of the things that the guys are saying is that, oh, well, we knew he was on bullshit. Ain't nobody perfect. And that's true. Nobody is perfect. But because women are looking to figure out if her guy is playing games with her or if her guy is on the up and up, she feels like he's not, and really you got to go with that feeling, ladies, because if you feel like he's not, then he's not. That doesn't necessarily mean that you throw the man away. Each woman is going to be different and she may feel different. Each woman has to do what they feel is right. So some people, soon as you do something, they out. And if that's how they want to live their lives, then, that's how they want to live their lives. There's nothing wrong with that. But you will not stay in a relationship bailing out every time something happens. You won't. Some people can overcome anything. It could be money issues. Money issues are the biggest reason for divorce, actually, is money issues. Infidelity is somewhere between number 2 and 3. It's not the number one issue, it's money issues. People have overcome infidelity. It just really depends on the couple, and it depends on the individual. If it's a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker for you. And that's just that. But if you find yourself in a situation where you have not been perfect, then I don't know which one is worse. Somebody stepping out on somebody and being unfaithful, or you drained all the money out of the savings account and we finally got to $10,000. You got a gambling problem. You have a porn addiction. You're using drugs. It's so many issues that a relationship could have. And you could find yourself on the opposite end in those situations. And you got to you got to make some hard choices in relationships. You got to make some hard ones. I have heard women and men both say, "Ooh," I have heard some stuff, and I definitely will not call any names, but there are some very strong people, and there are some people that are in relationships that have made it that Rosalind would not have made it. You would not have made it. Lots of people would not have made it. I know men that have had situations where their wives were on drugs, and their wives were prostituting and selling themselves and strung out, and they've had to go and get their wives. If you could imagine. So that's heavy. That's really heavy. I know women that have, they got a man, and I mean, he's everybody in the neighborhood daddy, because this man doesn't have the good sense or the decency to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna be community dick, could you at least be protected community dick? Because I think the thing about having sex with the multiple women or the multiple men is the act of sex, the feel good portion of it, or the sport of it, right? To be with all these different men or women is not to have illegitimate children all over the place. Sex is one thing. Making babies is something completely different. You make babies from having unprotected sex. So unless you're trying to make babies, why are you having unprotected sex in the first place? I don't get that part right there. I don't. It's just one of those things. But in any case, unless you want unless I don't know. It just depends on the person, and it also depends on the situation. But I think that Derrick Jaxn is a very religious. She seems like, because I don't know her and I don't know Derrick either. I've just watched the videos. I think that Derrick is a religious woman, and she is leaning on the scriptures or spirituality or whatever it is that she can lean on, because she is at her wit's end. Not one transgression did her hubby have out in the open where everybody is aware of it. He's had multiples. When you get to the point that you are sleeping with other people, that's one thing. But when you get to the point where they're in your house, you're out there. You are out there. You're out there. I think that it is very strange to talk about yourself in the third person. I think it's very strange. It's like an outer body type of thing. Like it's somebody else that did these things, not him. So I think that for me, that's kind of strange, kind of weird to me. Um, but can people make it back from infidelity? Of course they can. Do I know tons of people that have made it back? Yeah, I do. I know people that know that their spouses are doing XYZ and they don't care. Really? They don't. They don't talk about it. They don't care about it. So I think it just really depends on the person. So basically, if you want to forgive your husband or your wife for whatever it is, it's your business. You do that. Forgive them if you want to. But don't say that you're going to forgive them if you're going to keep bringing it up. If you're going to keep bringing it up, you don't forgive them. If you need time to think about whether you want to forgive them, say that. Say you need time. But don't act like you forgive the person when you really don't, you know? And you cannot forgive your spouse for your kids. Yeah, that doesn't work because it's not your kids that's going to be laid up with your spouse. It's you. You can't do it like that. You got to want to do that, okay? Unless it's going to be a thing where you guys are living in the same house. He's in his room, you're in your room, and you guys eat together as a family and, go on family vacations and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that Derrick Jaxn knew exactly what he was talking about all these years when he was talking about it because he was doing it. I think he knows what he was talking about. I think that he knows what he's talking about right now. I do. And it may be something else going on with him. The reason why he's talking about this thing in third person, like it's not him that did it. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but that I think is another issue. The whole third person thing. If I'm coming clean to my people about whatever it is, then I would, if I'm laying down at the mercy of the court, is I did it. I did it. I did these things. I am sorry. Not he did it, or I mean she, if for me, you know what, she did that. She did. I mean, what is that? I don't the psychology part of my brain wants to say some things, but I am not going to say that because I am not here to behave as anybody's therapist. I am just giving my opinion on this video since I've been listening to him for years as well. And now his wife that he's brought in. I personally don't think that it was a good move to bring her in a video to introduce her to your fans like this under these circumstances. Maybe later, definitely, especially since you got a book out, Heal Together, because I believe that they can heal together. But I don't think that that was the best time to do that. I think it should have been done later, is what I think.